Soap and water versus hand sanitizer, which is best practice? Is faster always better? The CDC states that best practice is to always use soap and water when performing patient care. But the CDC also states that hand sanitizer is just as effective when used properly. Our company policy is to use soap and water when providing patient care. But without solid scientific proof, it's hard to get others to comply. Using hand sanitizer and letting it fully dry is comparable to soap and water per the CDC. The CDC also states soap and water is always best practice. So I decided to try to make things more real for the clinic staff. So I got a germ eliminator. I had the staff apply it after using soap and water, and then after using hand sanitizer. The germs would glow and show how dirty their hands were after they used these certain things. Out of the group, only one that used hand sanitizer showed to be more effective than soap and water. This was a turning point for my plan. It really showed them that soap and water is the better alternative. I gave out, I washed my hand stickers if they were caught using soap and water. This was a fun initiative just to get the staff to be happy and more accepting of the change. I also put staff members' name in a drawing for a Starbucks gift card, and it was a huge hit and really got people excited about my project. When you're talking about soap and water, the comparisons are stark in my opinion. Soap and water physically removes all types of germs, chemicals, dirt, and grime from your skin. The hand sanitizer kills many germs, but does not get rid of all of them. The most effective method of cleaning your hands, especially if they're visibly soiled, is soap and water. But hand sanitizer is effective at killing germs on hands that soap and water aren't available, but less thorough than washing. Hand sanitizer is best at quick cleaning when soap and water is not an option. But soap and water is the best at removing all contaminants, including those that are resistant to alcohol-based sanitizers. Hand sanitizer has to be at least 60% alcohol, but then when you use soap and water, you have to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds and then rinse and dry them. So you have that time in it as well. So it's very time consuming and requires a water source. And hand sanitizer, you cannot remove physical contaminants like dirt, grease, and chemicals. In conclusion, with my project, there was a hesitation and pushback, but with consistency, it still became effective. People respond at different rates and to different initiatives. Through persistence and a little reward, we can do almost anything. I started with 6 women who had no desire to change, and now soap and water hand hygiene has risen over 50% overall in my clinic. So what makes a good change leader? Strong communication skills. Clearly explains the purpose, benefits, and expectations of change. Emotional intelligence. Demonstrates empathy and understands how change affects people differently. Clinical credibility and professional expertise. Possesses solid clinical knowledge and expertise and uses evidence-based practice to justify changes, which is super important. You also have to have visionary thinking. You see the big picture and long-term goals. Adaptability and flexibility. Adjust your plans as situations evolve, and that's important. You can't just stick with one thing and think this is what's going to work and you're not going to have any hiccups, because that's not the case. It definitely wasn't with my project, and it usually doesn't happen in real life. So you definitely have to be flexible. Collaboration and team building. Invites input from frontline staff into interdisciplinary teams. Facilitates cooperation and collective problem solving. Decision making and critical thinking. Analyzes data and evidence before acting. Anticipates obstacles and develops strategies to manage them. You always have to have a backup plan, basically. Accountability and integrity. Follow through with your commitments. Resilience and persistence. Maintains motivation despite your setbacks. Advocacy for staff and patients. This ensures patient safety and quality care remains central. I just wanted to say thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it.